Hey guys, Sean here. M17, Autofire, the bane of your existence.
Dum dum dum.
So we're going to talk about how I've solved that problem in my launcher. Now, over the course of many years here, there have been many resolutions or thought to be permanent resolutions to the Autofire symptoms. Unintentional Autofire, farting, stuttering, however, whatever you want to call it. This is good news, bad news. So I thought maybe I had stumbled upon the end all be all, but it turns out it's not quite that simple. And all of the methods that you've seen used in the past by me or any other channels have all attributed to this moment. Not one of them solves Autofire in itself. It seems to be a combination of all of them. This new G3 M17, it auto-fired with all the guts removed from my heat core. There were some sort of better instances where it maybe stuttered once or twice, but I don't want any stutters. And what have I tried in the past, I guess? This is one that it's often thought that the sear wasn't making full engagement with the bolts. You know, the speed and the power that we're putting through this thing, it's just not catching. So I was actually removed, well, I'm not going to do it now, but I removed this stop pin right here. So that allowed the sear to travel up much further. Didn't solve the auto fire. Longer M3 by 14 millimeter full auto adjustment screw in the trigger here, adjusted all the way out. Didn't stop the auto fire. Home Defense 24 spring, this guy right here, didn't stop the auto fire. The less lethal spring from Milsig, didn't stop the auto fire. More bumpers didn't stop the auto fire. What else do we do here? I mean, we've done the sear spring, and that's all I can think about off the top of my head, but I probably tried a few more different things. And in this particular marker, it just wasn't having it. What did I do? What I did was this. Normally the sear spring, I can't speak for the Home Defense 24 spring, but I've also had auto fire using that spring as well. 1 millimeter by 15 by 5 millimeter OD. I'll put the link in the video description. It is a very heavy spring. That is now what's installed in my sear. That, in combination with this longer screw, the trigger, full auto adjustment screw, and either the Home Defense 24 spring or the Milsig less lethal spring, has solved the auto fire. Now, I did try to tune some of these methods out. So for instance, with this heavy sear in here, I adjusted the full auto screw back out to try and gain my full auto back. It will not, I do not have automatic fire anymore. So I don't have that position on my selector switch. It will not go into full automatic mode. Intentional full automatic mode. But when I did wind the screw out, I picked up a stutter again. So back in went the screw. I also went back to the paintball spring. And unfortunately, even with this sear and with this screw adjusted all the way in, it auto fired. So the downfall is, well, you don't have that position on your selector anymore. Now, some would say, you know, that's taking away the fun or what have you. And I really did want to keep fully automatic on this launcher. And I don't know, maybe I'll get back to this and try and gain some of that back. But at this point, I have a working marker and I'm happy about it. Was no more stutter, no farting, no nothing. And I hooked the 1100 up. It promptly blew the factory heat core O-ring out of here. I put out a video a long time ago of the O-ring that I use. I'll share it again here. But I'm going to demonstrate to you what happens. And this goes, so I have my aftermarket O-ring installed in here. When you fire, especially at high pressure, well, it wasn't a very good demonstration. It pulls this O-ring out. It usually comes kind of stretched out and then it just gets ripped out and blown out. I'm using a fatter O-ring in here, but you have to be able to remove this silver cap to install it. So it actually is squishing down there. You can see it kind of pulling out now a little bit. Tightening this back down squishes that O-ring in there and keeps it in place more firmly. You will notice that it's a lot tougher to actually function your bolt, but it works. I'll put this back together. The sear spring here, it's not hard to get in. It's the same factory length, it's just longer. I can demonstrate here right now. Actually, this is your factory sear spring. All you gotta do, push it against that little ball, done. No prying, no doing nothing. So let me put this back together. At this point, I haven't changed anything else. I have the same spring in the folded taco. I got the same return spring here. If you're new to the M17, after a couple hundred rounds, go over all your Allen heads on the launcher. I found a few that were looser than they should have been. And here's a big one. My guide pin. This is your guide pin right here. I can actually turn it. So it's starting to break free. This is important to keep tight. If it's loose, take it out. Red Loctite it. There's some videos on it. I have some videos on it. It will snap off and cause you all kinds of grief. Another issue that arises with that super heavy sear spring, besides, you know, not having your automatic fire function, is when you go to reinsert your bolt, normally you'd stick it in and use your finger and press it and pull your trigger to get it to seat. Well, that is next to impossible now, and I actually have to use a wooden dowel to seat my bolt. There we go, good to go. 9.9 gram rye balls, 950 PSI output, MCS slide check, on-off valve, heavy sear spring, heavy bolt spring, fully automatic trigger screw adjusted all the way in using a longer screw. Now, this worked on my launcher. In the past, one of two or one of three of these things changed the symptoms for Autofire. So you may experience differently. One of these may solve your problem. None of them may solve your problem. Heck, I don't know. But if you have Autofire symptoms, you've tried everything, the least you could do is toss in one of these heavy sear springs. They're cheap, and I'll put the link in the video description. So 950 PSI. Or 820. Or 822. Or 820. Or 820. I think you get the point. 18 rounds. So we got 15 left in there. This is a 10 CI bottle, 18 rounds at 950 PSI used, 2000 PSI in a wide open heat core. Hopefully this can solve some of your problems, guys. See you on the next one.